Hello, this is my video for my cultural awareness activities with the NAEYC standards. The NAEYC standards that I'm going to be using is number 2. I use cultural and linguistic concepts of development, children's close relationships with adults and peers, economic conditions of children and families, health status and disabilities, children's individual developmental variations and learning styles to support children's learning. The three examples that I could use to help implement this standard is one, I could have a family week, have various assignments about people who are most important to the children and the most important to them. Children get to make big posters of the most important people in their lives and put them in the classroom just to decorate them on the walls. And we could just have an all about my family week. And on the wall, it'll have a big sign that's all about my family, and then with the children's drawings and different things that they have on their poster boards. At the end of the week, the children get to invite their closest adult to them, their mom, dad, grandparents, whoever they live with, whoever's close to them that they have influence on their lives, and tell the class why that person is so important to them. Another example that I could use is when I do my assignments, I make sure I have enough material for everyone and not have my students have to buy additional materials because some kids may not be able to afford it. I can make sure that the resources we use for the projects can be found like with household materials or items just from the classroom. I can send a letter home from to the parents and ask them can they donate different materials or even just send materials so we can do a project like toilet paper rolls, egg cartons, egg shells, just different things so we can so every student will be able to do the project and not feel left out. The last example that I can incorporate is to make games fun for everyone to play. If I were to have a student with a disability in my classroom, I need to make sure that they get to play the game and have fun just as well as a student that doesn't have a disability in my classroom. Like if we were to play a game just like Simon Says, if I had a student in my class that was in a wheelchair and had a hard time walking, I wouldn't tell them, hey, Simon Says jump up and down because not every student can jump up and down. I can tell them Simon Says turn around, or Simon Says sit down, or Simon Says clap your hands. Just different ways of playing the game so everybody can have fun and nobody feels left out. And I don't want to set certain rules so different children will be left out. I don't want to be like, well, when I say Simon Says run, Billy will roll in his wheelchair. I don't want to single any students out in the classroom, so I make sure that my games are age appropriate, disability appropriate, so everyone can have fun and get along and not feel left out or have their feelings hurt. The different NAEYC standards, there are many of them, and the 3 of them that was in our book were great lesson learners, and they'll be very helpful for whenever I do start my classroom. And I really did like number 2 because it just gave me a different way where I could look at my students differently and make sure that everyone is having fun, no matter what their cultural status is, what their health status or disability, they'll all be able to have fun in the classroom, and I can do games and just different things in the classroom for everyone. Thank you.